And we come to this week's Drama on 3. Pierre Corneille, ranked alongside his 17th century contemporaries Molière and Racine, is perhaps best known in Britain for his drama Le Cid. In France, he is equally acclaimed for his oft-staged masterpiece The Comic Illusion, a play that's rarely performed here. Apart from its vivid characterization and wild humour, The Comic Illusion's importance lies in its daring theatrical innovation in presenting a play within a play within a play.
The Comic Illusion by Pierre Corneille, translated by Ranjit Bolt, with Michael Maloney, Hattie Morahan, John Sessions, Pip Torrens, Richard Johnson and Benjamin Whitrow, with music by Russell Taylor and Steve Cook.
Well, Prud'Amour, your journey's over. I promise you, you'll now discover what happened to your son.
Durant, I'm racked by hope and fear. I want so badly to believe, and yet...
Still clinging to this bleak mindset? Well, why not, since until this hour you've never come across a power to match Alcon's. He's unique. Folk come from far and wide to seek his aid. His palace is that cave.
That's quite some cavern. Is he here?
Be patient and he will appear.
What an intriguing place. I fear to enter, and yet must draw near. I'm drawn by some magnetic force, exuding from a hidden source.
Stop one step further and you die. The entrance is protected by his magic. All who venture in, unless invited to by him, a man, a mouse, a speck of dust, will be annihilated, crushed.
Mere mortals are beneath him, eh?
Prud'Amour, for God's sake, keep away. You have to wait upon his whim. But have no fear. You will see him. The daily hour is drawing near when he's accustomed to appear, if only for diversion's sake.
I hope for nothing, yet I ache to see him. I am in despair, and yet impatient, anxious care still spurs me on to seek my son. I cannot rest till I've undone the wrong I did the boy.
Trust me, your story will end happily.
Will it? I doubt it. Curse the day my harshness drove the boy away. 10 years I've searched for him since then, without there being a moment when the trail seemed warm or hope grew strong. I felt his way of life was wrong. I tried to rein him in again by force, but he just snapped the rein and bolted. How my heart now aches to think how
We all make mistakes. Please don't torment yourself.
Durant, it's very well for you, who've not been through what I've been through, to counsel stoic calm and trust, but I shall suffer when needs must. I've hunted for him high and low. I've crossed the Seine, the Meuse, the Po, the Thames, the Danube, and the Rhine, and still throughout this desperate time, one thought has filled my troubled brain, one wish to see my son again.
Prud'Amour.
Let me finish, please. I traversed mountain ranges, seas. I've sought the aid of men who plied the same dark trade as this Alcondre, and whose renown matched his, but all have let me down.
Don't class Alconde with frauds like that. He won't pull rabbits from a hat. Nothing defeats his mammoth brain. There's nothing that he finds arcane in all the universe. The truth surpasses my report.
But I'm so desolate, so distraught, nothing you say can comfort me.
Look, in the entrance to the cave, Alconde. Who could mistake that grave, imposing countenance? His hollow-eyed memento mori of a face, his bony frame. But note the grace of bearing and the sprightly gait. A strange force seems to permeate his being, makes him even now a compelling proof of his own power. For all the white hair, wrinkled skin, he's beckoning us to go in. Come on.
What newcomers disturb my rest and put my powers to the test?
Alconde, this old man here needs your assistance. He's a dear and old companion. He and I are both from Rennes. In days gone by, he knew and loved me like a son, although already blessed with one. Clandor, who was my closest friend.
Spare me your tale. I know the end, let alone need to hear the start. I can see all things through my art. You lost your son a year ago. You treated him unkindly, no? Your harshness frightened him away, and now, in the cold light of day, you miss him and you want him back, as we most love the thing we lack. And so, you search for him in vain.
You know the reason for my pain. Please, end this torment of regret, even if I can't see him yet. To know that he's alive and well will free me from a living hell, and love will furnish me with wings to end my long meanderings and fly to him.
I'll grant you what your cruel and vengeful fate has not. Through my dark arts you'll see your son alive.
Oh.
Not only that, he's done extremely well. With exile came immense fulfillment, wealth and fame.
Oh.
Through my magic you shall see, produced as were theatrically, the splendid life your son now leads. He's reached an almost regal state, as these clothes amply demonstrate.
Those are his clothes? This makes no sense. Why should he put on this pretense of lofty rank, this vain display, if this is just your wizard's way of humouring a poor old man?
You will admit our fortunes can and often do completely change. Believe me, no one finds it strange or fraudulent for your son to wear such garments.
Then farewell despair. Because this news spells hope for me, I will believe it. But I see a dress there. Has he found a wife?
I shall describe his recent life, amorous and otherwise. What's more, if you can stomach what's in store, I'll do it in a charming way, as an illusion, like a play performed by spirits who'll assume a human aspect, and by whom each phase, each change your son's passed through will now be acted out for you.
Let it begin. I have no fear. For how could one I hold so dear have sought for so long frighten me? No, real or illusory, I long to see him.
But you, sir, must leave us.
Yes.
What shall now occur is for this old man's eyes alone.
Of course. I'll wait for you at home.
But...
Hush! He speaks, and we obey. Trust me, there is no other way.
The elevation of your son was scarcely an immediate one, and certain aspects of his rise you may wish had been otherwise. He did things which, believe you me, you would not have wished your friend to see. He robbed you.
Oh, voleur! Stop thief! Oh, get up!
But the loot soon went. In fact, the modest sum was spent by lunchtime on the second day.
How much for the Beaujolais?
You, 100 francs, monsieur.
100 francs? Get out of here. I'll give you 60.
80.
Done.
Bound for the capital, your son, being short of money, obviously, survived by selling formulae for so-called cures at country fairs, and boldly hawked his bogus wares.
Colds, rickets, corns, cured in a trice. 2 francs a sachet. Special price.
If pushed, he'd improvise and tell a fortune now and then as well.
Wondering what the stars may hold. Queue up and have your fortune told.
At length he got to Paris. There, as you are probably aware, some education and the brain should be sufficient to sustain existence. Thus it was that he began life as a secretary, became a lawyer's clerk.
Monsieur, renewals of March 18.
Renewals off.
My client, as you must have seen.
From whence, suddenly bored of pushing pens, he joined the famed Saint-Germain Fair. and was an organ grinder there. A poet was his next métier. He wrote at night time, while by day he sold his bogus cures once more.
Your Honor!
And after that...
I object!
He practiced
Sustain.
law. I know. Small wonder you look pained. Now, was all that for your friends here?
Lord, no. Thank God he isn't here.
Just to report it soils my mouth. Soon he left Paris, heading south until at length he reached Bordeaux, where within a week or so a local freak he happened by, a man whose wits weren't just awry, but in a class so far apart he made most nuts look like Descartes. He hired Clandor as his valet. This came with pretty decent pay, because the loony was in love and needed the assistance of a go-between, into which role Clandor now entered heart and soul, carrying letters to and fro, and finding ways, while doing so, of fleecing the romantic loon, who proved an easy dupe. Quite soon, he wasn't just his go-between, but rival too, for soon he'd been admitted to the lady's heart. That's where our little play will start. It's packed with intrigue and romance. As for the pomp and circumstance Clandor enjoys today, that too my spirits will enact for you and bring you fully up to date.
I'll soon be happy at this rate.
The madman's name is Matamor. Be warned, not all of what's in store will you find pleasant. Nerves of steel will be required, and should you feel the action being interspersed...
Proceed. I'm ready for the worst.
If anything should cause alarm, please remain seated and keep calm. Try not to interrupt the show. Now, let us enter my grotto, where I'll prepare the spell I need for this diversion to proceed.
You see these spirits who've appeared? This one is going to represent your son, and this his master. Ravishing. I'll greet him.
You'll do no such thing. Just sit and listen, as I said.
Monsieur Matamor!
Still, you brood and hang your head. How can you possibly be glum with all those tyrants overcome and ogres slain? Indulge your pride, for now at least be satisfied. You have your glory, why crave more? You are the mighty Matamor! Your global fame is...
I know, that doesn't stop me brooding, though. Who shall I next depose and crush, and with one fist reduce to mush? The Mogul, maybe, or the Shah?
Those ninnies? Leave them as they are. For you to bring such minnows down would scarcely add to your renown. You and whose army, anyway?
What an insulting thing to say. You think I need an army, then, to pulverize those lesser men? The mention of my name can make ramparts collapse and legions quake.
Matamor!
I've actually won campaigns by jingling my horse's reins. Their ominous tinkle was enough. I'm made of supernatural stuff. Sometimes to quell rebellious states, I merely mention to the fates that I require them crushed. One swipe from this right hand of mine can wipe battalions out. My fiery breath can scorch a whole armed host to death. Ah, sir? A sudden thought of her has swooped on me, and, as it were, unhorsed my wrath and left me calm. The look I was about to arm my eye with, I shall now forbear to dart at you or anywhere. Cupid has plucked it clean away, like the kind light of a spring day. Isabel shines on me once more, my face, which fills the world with awe, which even now was fierce and wild, now wears the sweet look of a child. As rage departs, to take its place come beauty, love, and manly grace.
Well, this is wonderful and strange. You do look gorgeous. What a change. Who could resist those looks for long? Keep wooing, sir. I may be wrong, but my guess is she'll soon be yours.
I'm confident, and with good cause.
Be careful not to scare her, though. This business calls for Romeo, not Ajax or Achilles.
Quite. I roar by day, but purr by night. I turn men into nervous wrecks, but woo and charm the fairer sex, and make them burn with wild desire. Don't worry, I shall soon inspire a deep love in this lady's heart. Till I acquired my fearsome part, when I was handsome through and through, I'd simply not know what to do. My life was absolute torment. Literally, everywhere I went, a mob of girls would gather round, and I'd be wrestled to the ground. And ravished. They were such a pest. I rarely got a moment's rest. As soon as I stepped out my door, girls would start fainting by the score, while some were even known to die. The women I was courted by. I couldn't count the times I've been begged for a kiss by some great queen.
Please, Monsieur Matamor, I'm in hell. One little kiss.
Oh, very well.
Oh.
The Empress of Japan was one.
I'll have this man,
cried she,
or none.
The Queen of Abyssinia fell for my prodigious charms as well. I've got a lot to answer for. 2 mad sultanas who quitted the seraglio to spend a night with me, and so brought down the Sultan's wrath on me.
You cuckolded him? Well, I'll be.
He tried to press me as a slave.
Seize that man!
But I escaped. Damned close shave. These episodes grew more and more outrageous, and my plans for war were being perpetually delayed by some fresh sexual escapade. At length I felt the strong effect I had on women must be checked. I sent the fates to speak to Jove and make him stop these waves of love I kept inspiring everywhere, which fairly drove me to despair. If Jove refused to hear my plea, he would be answerable to me. I warned him I would seize his throne, the thunder which he called his own, I would entrust to Mars instead. Well, it was done as soon as said. Jove didn't want to risk a spat with me, of course, and after that I could be handsome when I chose, but ugly too, if need arose.
A good job too, at least for me, because otherwise I'd constantly be carrying messages for you.
I don't want any billet doux, except from her, you understand? What says she? Have love's flames been fanned?
Being loved by you, she feels charmed, as those you hate must be alarmed. And if your love proves genuine, the state of bliss she'll then be in will match a goddess's and more.
Oh, I've conquered goddesses before. Back in the unambiguous days of my entirely handsome phase. In possibly the most bizarre of all my love affairs so far, nature's whole course got turned around. The dawn was nowhere to be found. Her absence caused a fearsome stir. Zeus went himself in search of her.
Aurora, where are you?
He sought her in the forested estates of Cephalus, the bed of old Tithonus, and the hall of Memnon, with no joy at all. The cynosure of mortal eyes, the sun, was there, all set to rise, but with no dawn. He couldn't stir, because he always follows her, and still the day had not begun without his harbinger, the sun. The entire world was plunged in night, till noon.
Where did she come to light?
Where do you think, man? In my bed.
Oh!
Attempting to...
I'm upset.
If only she'd left well alone, in me she'd met a heart of stone. All I could find in me to say
was bugger off and start the day. I well recall that episode. Didn't the sun almost explode from not being able to set out? Dawn broke at 4 or thereabout. Breakfast was munched in seeming night. We ate our lunch by candlelight. Didn't the Persians pick a fight or start maligning you because their favourite god, which the sun was, had been insulted?
That's quite true. I would have made them rue it too. I was in Transylvania then. The Persians calmed me down again. They sent a delegation there with peace offerings.
That's very rare. Seldom, if ever, do we find such clemency in peace combined with such ferocity in war.
Look here. Examine me once more. There's not one virtue you can't trace within the contours of this face. I'm ruthless when I subjugate a proud imperious potentate, but those who truckle and appease I leave to rule their territories. Thus far, I haven't once burned down a European fort or town, but I have done quite ruthless things in Africa, where chiefs and kings tend to be arrogant and vain. Many's the arid Nubian plain that was a thriving city-state, till I came down with my full weight upon it.
Bet you gave them hell. But look, sir.
Huh?
Here comes Isabel.
My rival's with her. Every day he dogs her footsteps. Damn the man! He's so aggressive. Change of plan. We're leaving. Come along.
But, hey, this is your chance. Don't run away.
I must. That fellow bothers me.
But you could crush him like a flea.
Of course. But not with Isabel here. Before my love, I must appear gentle and gracious, not berserk.
Be both at once.
That wouldn't work. And he'd...
Do what? He wouldn't dare. You'd kill him and not turn a hair.
I can't. My handsome face is on.
Then reassume the hideous one.
And risk complete catastrophe. When Isabel caught sight of me, why, she could drop dead on the spot.
Then be half hideous, half not.
Impossible. I've tried before.
So, let us tactically withdraw and wait for him to go away.
I can't. I thought I'd just explained. My prowess has to be restrained. If I grew angry, I'd look grim, and then a love for me might...
Dim. Oh, well, I admire your self-control. Seeing how addressed could eat you whole.
What was that?
Nothing, sir.
Let's go.
Thank you.
That man's insane. I told you so. Now, 2 fresh members of our cast. One will play Isabel, one Adrast, frustrated suitor for her hand.
My suit is hopeless.
I fear so.
Madame, it's torment loving you, and where's the torment leading to? It seems I'm doomed to love in vain till Calais is part of Kent again. How can you, after all you've heard, refuse to take me at my word?
I do. I'm all too well aware how I can drive men to despair. Do I believe you love me? Yes. And then your sighs declare no less. And even if you didn't sigh, I'd still believe you love me. Why? Because you're always saying so. I trust the gentleman, you know, and not to take him at his word would be quite patently absurd. But couldn't you reciprocate? And when you hear me clearly state that I am not in love with you, have the good grace to think it's true.
Such cruelty! Is this my reward for having worshipped and adored for so long? Is my love a crime that I'm punished the whole time? I've loved you, served you faithfully.
Ah, how subjective words can be. Your service, in my lexicon, comes out as being put upon. Your rose, in this case, is my thorn. What you call love, I call a yawn. And what you feel I ought to prize is wholly worthless in my eyes.
This love is sacred that you scorn. The very day that I was born, I worshipped you. You were the goal of my existence, and my soul was full of you, of your idea, before I ever set foot here or saw your face.
Oh.
You were the cause of life in me. I'm not just yours. I've always been yours. Heaven's decree endowed you, as it were, with me.
Oh, is that so? Well, in that case, I throw heaven's gift back in its face. Heaven put you here to love me, eh? If so, then it's as plain as day that it put me here to hate you. Let's both do what it made us do. It clearly hates you anyway. Or else you're being made to pay for some great past and secret sin, given the pickle you're now in, subjected to the torture of completely unrequited love.
You see my suffering, then? If so, scant pity for it do you show?
You're wrong, I pity you. It's sad to see a man being driven mad by love he should have seen at once, hadn't the smidgen of a chance.
Nevertheless, you'll be my bride. Your father will not be defied, and I'm his choice, as you well know.
You take me then on his say-so? Are you so cold, so shameless?
Yes. If love cannot prevail, duress will do as well, and by tonight I shall possess what's mine by right.
No, by tonight this suit of yours will have become a hopeless cause.
I'll have you, though you're made of stone.
Please go. I want to be alone. Go find my father. As you say, you are his pet, his protégé. You'll make more headway there than here. He'll lend a sympathetic ear. Your pompous posturing takes him in. In fact, why don't you marry him?
I'll find him then, since that's your wish. Perhaps you're not so cold a fish. Time and persuasion can do much. Or that's the straw at which I'll clutch.
See, I appeared, and Adrast fled.
Oh, how splendid to inspire such dread!
He fled, but he need feel no shame. Don't kings and tyrants do the same? Assuming the reports of you that have astonished me are true.
Oh, I'll gladly prove my powers. If you'll select a land you'd like to rule, I'll conquer it and give it you.
For my realm, your heart will do. Truly, my vanity requires no subject, sir, but your desires. My love is...
My desires are yours. To hell with conquests and with wars. I here renounce them, though I may capture a king as my valet to take your messages.
Sir, think of the envy I'd incur with royal postmen dropping by. This man is all that you or I require for courier.
Why, madame, you won't believe how thrilled I am to be the enabler, as it were, of such a fine romance.
Well, sir, what do you say?
I quite agree. You're talking like another me. Let him remain our postman, then, and I won't mention kings again. Like you, madame, I deprecate the putting on of pomp and state. Let informality be king.
Oh.
I spent a lifetime conquering the kingdoms of the world, but now I weary of their thrones somehow and find their sceptres burdensome. Quite often I will overcome some king or bring some tyrant down, only to give him back his crown immediately. Should some princess succumb to me, and I confess I've been active in that line, as like as not I will decline the proffered and blue-blooded heart.
Now there, I fear your tale does start to seem far-fetched and stretch belief.
Huh?
Have royal suitors come to grief? Can you have spurned them by the score, only to worship and adore a humdrum creature such as me?
Aye, madam, very easily. Ask Clandor here if you're in doubt. He's seen it and will bear me out. Tell her about that tournament in Bessarabia when my tent was torn apart by a princess I'd driven mad with amorousness.
She hanged herself, poor desperate soul. But those were good times on the whole. You'd conquered Cairo, hadn't you? And then proceeded to subdue all Egypt's ogres in one day? Prior to pillaging your way through Africa, destroying towns, relieving rulers of their crowns, levelling mountains, raising forts, and seizing all the Gold Coast ports?
He's got my history off pat. I'd forgotten most of that.
Oh. Can such great exploits slip your mind?
Great? They were nothing of the kind. It takes no strength to squash a flea. Why clutter up one's memory with every paltry thing one's done?
A note, sir, from the Queen.
Which one?
The Queen of England.
Let me see. Why have you gods encumbered me with this superb, accursed face? She knows that it's a hopeless case. These futile overtures must cease. Tell her I will be left in peace.
Queen Henrietta, shunned for you? You must believe him now.
I do.
Oh, and tell her if she wants to die, I'll send a letter by and by that will be death in black and white. Madame, I have a note to write. This servant is my confidant. He knows me well, and if you want a picture of my strange career, he'll furnish you with some idea.
Oh, my... Oh, the man's insane. He keeps that page specifically so he can stage ludicrous little scenes like that.
Why so contemptuous, Clandor? We've much to thank his madness for. For instance, it has left us free to talk.
Those words embolden me. Isabel, I worship you.
You've said that. I believe it, too. You've told me. I believe you. Good. So why repeat what's understood? Dispense with repetition, please. I don't need endless litanies. What's more, you know your love's returned. Simply consider how I've spurned a suitor like Adrast for you. And my own personal empire, too. Only when love is new or weak is it allowed, required to speak. What do we need avowals for? For us, one look says so much more.
My fate has hounded me for years, but now I'm smiling through my tears. If I, poor wretch, have wooed and won, I must be mad. I can't have done from choice debarred my father's door, an exile, homeless, friendless, poor, serving this madman, humouring him, and waiting on his crazy whim, till in the midst of my despair, I find a girl who doesn't care about my sad and homeless plight, on top of which I put to flight a rival whose high pedigree ought to eclipse the likes of me. Well, you can understand my fear, fop though he is, while I'm sincere.
And Rust is rich. You're penniless. But then we look for happiness from love, not money or degree. What kind of harlot would I be if such things figured in my choice? You may not have my father's voice. He'll try to stop us. Let him then. If he and I don't meet again, your love will fill the void he's made. I'm more determined than afraid.
Can one so undeserving, so...
Here comes a Rust. I'd better go.
Far more fortunate than me. She seems to like your company, but flees as soon as I appear.
Oh,
at least you couldn't keep her here when I was present. Your appeal can't quell the loathing she must feel for me, and I shall gladly seize on that consoling thought.
Oh, please. She likes your company just fine. She went because she's bored of mine.
Bored of it? When you're not a bore, what would she want to leave you for? You're witty, charming, debonair.
But I've been getting in her hair.
How have you done that?
Can't you guess? Nothing on earth could please her less than my mad master and his suit, yet I must make her listen to it, regale her with his bogus feats in battle and between the sheets. Oh.
I know that neither you nor he can pose a serious threat to me, but can't you get him to desist? His tedious sallies won't be missed. Do try diverting them elsewhere.
But why in God's name should you care if she's being wooed by Matamor, whose talk is all of death and war, sieges and slaughter and campaigns? A boastful fool with for brains.
Why do you work for that buffoon? You know, I might suspect you soon. Yes, ever since you came to town, my stock with her has drifted down. But is someone else employing you, on whose behalf you really woo? Or is the suit you urge your own? Perhaps the menial has grown too bold to keep his proper place. What is your game? In any case, you'll kindly tell this Matamor to find a new girl to adore.
What if he's set on Isabel?
In that case, tell him he'd do well to send a different messenger. Not that I'm scared of losing her. Her father's chosen me. I've won. You've lost, when all is said and done. But you annoy me all the same. You'll only have yourself to blame if you fall foul of me. Therefore, refrain from hanging around this door in future. Either leave Bordeaux or pay the price, for I shall know how to be rid of such a pest.
But I'm a wimp. There's no contest. Whatever makes you think that I
warn you, leave Bordeaux or die. We've said enough. Now go away.
You may yet live to rue the day you took this haughty tone with me. A nobleman I mightn't be, but I've got less pride than you, and I can fight my corner too.
You dare to threaten me?
No.
I'm off for now. Tread carefully, though. Your haughtiness could cost you dear.
But let's not make a scene. Not here.
Insolent little popinjay.
Hello, sir. Having a bad day?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, no? Wasn't that little so-and-so, the madman's messenger, just here? He's got your goat, that's pretty clear.
I know myself, and Isabel. I'm certain there'll be snow in hell before she gives me up for him. If he has any chance, it's slim. And yet it sometimes seems that she takes pleasure in his company.
So, like I say, he gets your goat.
Ah, what threat he poses is remote. I've warned him off, though, just in case.
The fact you can't seem to face is that she loves him, dotes on him. The kind of love that pair are in, it's deeper than the sodding sea.
Can she prefer that pleb to me?
He doesn't see himself as that. He claims he's an aristocrat. His father's rich.
Pleb? My Clandor? Well, I must say... Silence! Don't interrupt the play.
Who is he now?
The two of them have had a row. I don't know what it was about, but he left home or got thrown out. Since when the cocky little...
Yes?
...has gone a-wandering all round France, before, through force of circumstance, he found himself a job down here, serving the balmy buccaneer, for whom he carries notes and woos. But now he's stepped into his shoes and started wooing for himself, and wormed his way by guile and stealth into her favour and her heart. She's chucked you for a cheap upstart. You better see her father, sir, and get him to crack down on her.
He promised me he would just now, but you can still assist me.
How?
You say they're thick as thieves, these two. Well, during their next rendezvous, I'd like to catch them at it.
Right. I can arrange that by tonight. Then you can say you heard and saw. You'll have that pipsqueak on the floor.
Good. Here's a ducat. There'll be more. This ought to take a day at most.
That two-faced little tosser's toast.
We'll trounce him, flay him, roast him whole. We'll haul him over heaps of coal.
Well now, Clandor, you think you've won. In fact, it hasn't yet begun. You'll rue the day you toyed with me. Think you're God's gift, apparently. Just 'cause you're blessed with charms and looks. And so you have to get your hooks into a girl whose blood is blue. A menial like me won't do. As if you're not a menial too. You're handsome, yes. But I'm no fright. You claim you're hard-born rich? Yeah, right. You would pretend that far from home, where your real origins aren't known. Such lies work best when you're footloose. Well, posh or not, I'll cook your goose.
Your pulse is racing. And why not? That maid's just hatched a fiendish plot. Don't worry, she won't hurt him. Oh, she suffered quite a bitter blow. She wants revenge. She'll change her tack. She loves him. Her resolve will crack.
Yes, child?
Pa, please hear me out.
Oh, still miffed about her dress, no doubt. You won't try thwarting me, I trust.
It's cruel, unnatural, unjust.
Stop blubbering, for heaven's sake. What difference will your weeping make? Once I'm resolved, I don't retreat. How many times must I repeat? You're marrying Adrast. That's that. Stop acting up like some spoiled brat. All this is merely stubborn pride. You won't accept what I decide. You never have. Adrast is rich, well-born and bred, in view of which I fail to see why you object. Is it his looks? His intellect? He has both. He's a first-rate chap. He'll be a feather in your cap.
He's perfect, yes, in every way. I know I ought to bless the day he fell for me, but if I might explain... If I'm allowed that right, though I respect him very much, there's something here he doesn't touch. Something inside me, strong, innate, an instinct seems to militate against your choice. Oh. I can't think why. Perhaps it's been decreed on high. Yes, that's the way of it, no doubt. Whoever you choose, I'll throw out, unless he's heaven's choice as well, and any marriage will be hell that heavenly law has tried to block.
Complete and utter poppycock. Well, you can blather on all day. When I command, you must obey. If my choice breaks celestial law, who's heaven's choice? Not Matamore, the so-called conqueror, surely not. Well, is it? Does he hit the spot? Have his mad ravings won your heart? Oh, don't tell me you've become a part of his delusional empire. Well done. You couldn't have aimed higher.
What kind of fool do you take me for?
Well, if it isn't Matamore, then who has made you disobey?
The standards that I can't betray. My self-respect. My peace of mind. The qualities you seem to find in this Adrast are lost on me. I know what torment it would be to spend my life with him.
You do? Well, there are girls worth 10 of you who'd snap that boy up like a shot. Torment, indeed. Oh, you talk such rot. For the last time, you must obey.
Please test me in some other way. Issue some other stern command. Don't give this loathsome man my hand.
Adrast's to be my son-in-law. I won't discuss it any more. Now go inside, please. Oh, I don't know. It wasn't like this years ago, in my youth. Then a fellow's heirs left him to handle his affairs. Now duty's renamed tyranny, and ancient customs seem to be forgotten, or despised, or both. A girl will blithely plight her troth where she decides. Her father's word is never heeded if it's heard. Well, little minx, you're going to learn that who you wed is not your concern.
My portrait. The man who's going to paint me here is, I believe, one Jan Vermeer.
Oh, God. Here's that lunatic again. He really is a bloody pain. What tosh will he come out with now? I must get rid of him somehow.
Mine is a most demanding trade. The Grand Vizier has sought my aid. The old Sultan of Tartary has also just petitioned me. And Calicut, and Bangalore. I can't divide myself in 4.
Help none of them. That's my advice. Assist one, and you sacrifice the goodwill of the other 3.
You're right. These pleas impose on me, nor am I willing to incur their jealousy. I much prefer the anger of a jilted mate to that of a shunned potentate. Monsieur Giron! Sir, I declare I didn't see you standing there. Kindly forgive the oversight. Is something wrong? You look a fright. Some foes affronted you. Name him. I'll tear the scoundrel limb from limb.
I have no foes that I recall.
No? Oh, that's because I've killed them all.
Oh, really? And I never knew. Well, that's really very kind of you.
Since I have been your cavalier, your foes have either died of fear or are too terrified to move.
Then you can quit Bordeaux and prove your prowess elsewhere. There are wars all round the globe. You need a cause. That's worthy of that strong right arm. You do your reputation harm by twiddling your thumbs round here. Bordeaux's a backwater. I fear your glorious feats will be a doubt. In fact, you're being talked about already as a swaggering fraud who's never even drawn his sword.
Zoom, sir. You're absolutely right. I need new enemies to fight. But I can't leave because, you see, Isabel has imprisoned me. I am enchained by her sweet charms and have, for now, suspended arms.
It's Isabel that makes you stay. Then pack your bags and leave today.
Huh?
She's not for you.
What can he mean? You know I'm making her a queen. I have a crown.
Oh, pack it in. This joke is wearing very thin. Your feats of mythical prowess amused us for a moment, yes, but really, can't you just back down? My daughter doesn't want your crown. Give it to someone else, all right?
This fellow's spoiling for a fight. He's flouting me. Is he insane? At the mere mention of my name, whole hordes of Turks will turn and flee. Satan himself is scared of me, who with a single casual blow I could destroy.
Shut up and go, or else I've servants, sir, in there who may not quite possess your flair for self-aggrandisement, but who will quickly leave you black and blue. What? Flinching? Have I found you out?
It seems my prowess is in doubt.
Bizarre.
Sir, I've crushed monsters. Slain
not that monster Tosh again. His bilge is addling my brain. I must be off. Sir, you disappear.
Huh?
I warn you, if I find you here when I get back...
Sir, I'm amazed. That warning was so rudely phrased, and yet you didn't raise a hand?
I know. You have to understand, I would have killed him then and there, but I was awkwardly aware that Isabel's his daughter. Oh! Were anyone but he my foe, 100 rivals would present no challenge. I would gladly vent my wrath on them, but that old ghost... Are you my ogre? My Hun host? You crumbling fury, old but fell, you doddering fiend escaped from hell, you banish me and threaten me, I whom King Louis had to tea.
But now's your chance to speak to her while he's away, and as it were, bed the thing down behind his back. What are you waiting for? Attack!
And if his servants cut up rough...
Then draw your sword and do your stuff.
I can't do that. The flash of fire would make an instant funeral pyre of his whole house.
What fire?
From this. I'd burn the house down. Cornices, rails, casements, mansards, lintels, grills, slats, battens, windows, ledges, sills, laths, uprights, scantlings, brackets, braces, doors, jambs, bolts, columns, joists, staircases.
God, now the man's destroying mansions.
Pillars, pilasters, struts and stanchions, gutters and gables, mantles, grates, glass, marble, brick, cement, paint, lead, offices, rooms, reception, bed and store, lofts, kitchens, cellars, all combusted.
You forgot the hall.
Huh? And how would Isabel react to being so fierily attacked? Would she not spurn me on the spot? No, I'm too valiant. But you are not. Go, speak to her on my behalf. Then I'll still have the final laugh on that cantankerous crock, but cause less havoc.
God, that brain of yours.
Oh, bloody hell, not that fruitcake. Be off with you, for heaven's sake.
I've tangled with this girl before. I think I'll tactically withdraw. I shun all contact with such scum.
That man's a coward, and then some. He's universally afraid. A breeze, a leaf, a mouse!
A maid!
We'll send him scuttling off. Well, Lise, to all your many qualities we must now add a frightening side. My master flees you, petrified.
Yes, well, I'm made that way.
You are.
Isabel draws men from afar, and I repel them from close to.
With freaks like him, that may be true, but men of judgment don't agree. You've always captivated me. Your verve, your charm, your pretty face, your dainty ways and natural grace, your sense of humour and your wit, your figure. Well, just look at it. Your eyes, your mouth, your healthy hue. Who wouldn't fall in love with you? I mean it. In 100 ways.
Spare me the patronising praise, really. The pointless lies you tell.
Oh.
This is Lise, not Isabel.
Oh, what? I love you both in different ways. You for a host of charming trays, and her for one, her father's wealth.
Which wins the contest by itself, just as money's always done.
Except that courting her's less fun. Marriage and love are sometimes, well, as far apart as heaven and hell. Love's tender, passionate, intense. Marriage is based on common sense. You're a chambermaid, I'm poor. To pick myself up off the floor, I don't need someone else who's down. And when you've only half a crown between you, love, though none so strong, has to turn sour before too long. You will be wretched, don't you see? In fact, you'll end up hating me. Oh, but bad luck has hounded me for years. Our love could only end in tears, which is where Isabel comes in, though I shall feel a deep chagrin. Mind you, when all's said and done, if I were rich, you'd be the one.
Your least good feature is your wit. Your mouth's cute till you open it. Save explanations for the birds. Love deals in feelings, not in words. You pity me, so cannot love. You say that if push comes to shove, it's money that one marries for, and love goes pear-shaped when you're poor. You're sparing me that misery. You're really much too kind to me, having that sort of selfless worry. I shan't forget it in a hurry.
How happy I could be with you.
You've got a fortune to pursue. Upstairs. My mistress is alone.
Must you dismiss me in that tone?
Yes, and the word is not dismiss. I'm guiding you to married bliss.
Even your coldness is sublime.
Tar, now go up, you're wasting time.
But just remember, if I go, my reasons for...
I know, you're rescuing me from despair. It's really sweet of you to care. I said I shan't forget. Now shoo!
Goodbye. 10 minutes talk with you and I'll be lost. You taunt and tease with such delight.
Drop it, please! I see. So I'm just pretty then. Someone to have a lark with. Men. He says he loves me, but it seems that figuring in his future schemes is something for which I'm not fit. The two-faced, lying little swine. Divide your heart then. I don't care. Woo here, there and everywhere. Allow your head to rule your heart and play a calculated part. You won't fool either of us two. I won't let Isabel marry you. She deserves better than a fraud who marries for his bed and board. I deserve better than a man who hates to do that but still can. I joke with you, but that's to hide the rage and hate I feel inside. Suppose I show you I've been hurt. That's putting you on the alert. I want revenge. Revenge takes guile. I'll hide the pain, choke back the bile. Be sweet to you as honey dew. The trap I mean to set for you is only going to work that way, and I can wait to make you pay. Why should I get so angry, though? He's out to make his fortune, so? That's not a thing to hate him for. He loves me, but he loves money more. Well, everyone's like that these days. If he does love me, like he says, he must be suffering, mustn't he? I reckon I should leave him be. Forget that I've been hurt and spurned, and let him have the bliss he's earned. What am I saying? Am I mad? After the runaround I've had, to want him to be happy still? No, I must move in for the kill.
Night's falling, like a lead balloon. I'm even frightened of the moon. Who's coming? Beat a swift retreat. Ah! No, just the sound of my own feet. Advance. I'm trembling all over. It is them this time. Run for cover! I'm churning round and round inside. I haven't been this terrified since I was in the Trojan horse. I can't defend myself, of course. I couldn't fight and stain my sword with base and menial blood. Oh, Lord. Honour is such an awkward thing. The risks one keeps encountering because of it. If I can't fight, I'll use my awesome speed in flight. I outran Atalanta once. My feet will serve me for the nonce. Oh, God! The servants! Then I'm dead. I should have buzzed off, like he said. Can't run. My legs have turned to lead. It's Isabel, with my go-between. I'll eavesdrop on this little scene. Let's see how he presents my suit.
My father's scheme has taken root. He'd never let me marry you. Adrusts to have me, and soon, too.
Is there no hope?
How can there be? You're poor for all your pedigree. Meanwhile, Adrast picked up the scent. I think he's guessed my true intent.
Oh.
That's why we have to talk out here. Adrast or father might appear at any moment. You'd be caught with no escape route.
A shrewd thought. I scarcely merit such concern.
How can you say that, when I yearn for one thing? I'm yours, come what may. Adrast? My father? Who are they to force my hand like this?
But why? Me, of all men, what right have I to your love? How can I have hit on such a...
Oh, put a sock in it.
Oh.
He's kissing her. Well, by my troth. Or is she kissing him? Or both?
I've never known such utter bliss. But in return, I've only this to offer you, a constant heart that beats for you now. That apart, I'm nothing, just a man of straw. Heaven may smile on me once more. Who knows, I may be reconciled with my cruel father. Oh, my child. Regain my home, my father's love? If so, I promise I shall prove well worthy of the choice you've made. But till that day...
I've been betrayed. Some go-between he's proved to be. Well, he'll regret deceiving me. I spring, a greyhound from the slips. This two-faced toad has had his chips. Aha!
Oh, God, not him.
Leave this to me, I'll calm him down.
Rank treachery!
You could wake the servant, sir!
Which means of death would you prefer? My fist? A single crushing blow? Sword? Skewered like an escargot? Burial deep in the Earth's core? Ejection into orbit? Or...
Which would you rather? Turn and flee, or stay here and be thrashed by me?
Beg my forgiveness. On your knees. Now, let me hear your abject pleas.
Very well, if he insists. Come on, you freak! Put up your fists!
How intrepid. I must say I'm most impressed. As my valet, you seem to have acquired a touch of my own virtues, nay, a clutch. Listen, my boy, I've no desire to rob the world of so much fire and courage. Ask forgiveness now. Give up a quest I can't allow. Acknowledge that the lady's mine, and I shall let you off this time.
Shouldn't we fight a duel instead?
Bravo, young fellow. Stoutly said. Here's what I'll do. You've served me well till now. I'll give you Isabel as a reward for all you've done.
Oh... You shine upon me like the sun with rays of magnanimity, proving that you're as kind to me as to the emperors and kings for whom you've done such wondrous things.
Madame, I've changed my plan. I here bestow upon this man the lady whom till now I wooed. Yes, you look sullen and subdued, but you'll survive my loss. The years will heal your heartache. Dry your tears.
Well, I'll accept him for your sake. It's quite a wrench to have to make, how to replace your love with his. Still, if it's what you want...
It is.
Then I obey.
And promise me you'll speak of this to nobody. If people knew I'd cringed like this.
I shall conceal your cowardice. Fear not.
You're very kind.
And know that henceforth, everywhere you go, you'll be protected by my name, whose merest mention overcame so many foes in days gone by.
Undressed! Old chap! Prepare to die!
My gentler side is on display. I can't fight anyone today. Do I espy an open door? I think I'll tactically withdraw.
Dressed? I didn't know you cared. Not up for it. Don't say you're scared.
Seize him!
Oh, you're ballsy, I must say, putting your lackeys in the way. Come, coward!
Get out! Take that! He's run me through!
Quick, fetch the sergeant! One of you, you others, seize that murderer!
I knew how fragile our dreams were. I'm outnumbered! Isabel! The game is up for us! Farewell!
You said he wouldn't come to harm.
That's right. And you said you'd keep calm.
Why can't you save him? Speak some spell.
I promise you all will end well.
Just like a normal comic plot, with those two marrying.
Why not?
Past 1. And soon it will be time they'll hang Clandor. His only crime was loving me. I'll vindicate his innocence. Rejoin my mate in death. We both shall hang this day. Then you will have a price to pay, inhuman father, with your tears, while my cold shade looks on and jeers. Or in the dead of night shall creep back here to haunt you in your sleep. Then, dead and buried though I am...
What are you doing here, madame? Your father's going to throw a fit if he comes down and...
What of it? I lost all fear along with hope. When one's about to put a rope around one's neck, one's not afraid of one more fatherly tirade. You know, I last saw Clandor here. And here, his image, his idea still lingers. I can see his face. Its manly beauty seemed to trace the sound of his beloved voice on the night air.
Well, it's your choice. But rope around your neck, indeed. Why fret yourself when there's no need?
What other course would you advise? What sense in living when hope dies?
You had 2 cracking lovers, right? One popped his clogs the other night, the second is about to swing. Well, even sighs and blubbering won't do you any earthly good. You find another man, I would, a peachy one who's worth the pair.
How dare you say that?
Oh, I dare. You can stand here for months and grieve, and sweet damn all will it achieve. Apart from spoil your looks, of course. Or you can use that same resource to land a new and better mate. What's more, I've found a candidate. He's quite a cat.
Out of my sight.
He's Mr. Absolutely Right.
With every word my griefs increase.
I'm happy. I won't hold my peace.
Why happy when things look so bleak?
I'll tell you if you let me speak.
I won't.
It's for your benefit.
I'm simply not discussing it. Or anything. Except Clandor.
My cheeriness has done far more than an whole ocean of your tears. At least I've come up with ideas.
Ideas? What are you on about?
I've sorted this whole Orlix out. In fact, I've saved your lover's skin. You see, the jail they've got him in is only down the road from here. I lately caught the jailer's eye. He was completely smitten by my charms, as men can't help but be. Well, those who get a glimpse of me. To look at me is to succumb. The poor sod is so beneath my thumb that anything I ask of him he grants. I went out on a limb and told him he could not have me unless he yielded up his key.
And did he?
Not at first, but then... the thought of my... well, you know men. At first he asked about a bit, saying he shouldn't part with it as that would mean a trust betrayed. But then I told him he was made if he would help us free our man, who wasn't quite the also-ran or pauper he appeared to be, but very big in Brittany, the sole heir to a wealthy lord. He huffed and puffed and ummed and awed. I pressed, he asked to go to bed, so I repeated what I said, no key, no bed, and then stormed out, which he got all upset about, and followed me, still pleading, though, for you-know-what, and me saying no.
And then?
I went back later on and found him sat there pale of wan. I seized my chance and pressed again. Suppose we get him out. What then, he asks me. Have you got a plan? We follow this young nobleman, I tell him, and as our reward, he'll give us money, bed and board. But we need money now. Your bloke is, as we go to press, flat broke, says he.
But Lise, for heaven's sake, I have as much as it'll take. I'll sell my gold, my jewels.
I know. I hope you don't mind, I told him so. Explaining how you'd fallen for and would be leaving with Clandor. It was plain sailing after that. The jewels he was delighted at and gold. But there was something more.
Yes?
He'd half suspected that Clandor might have a prior claim on me, so didn't want to set him free.
And does he have a prior claim? Lise?
No, it was just a game. He flirted with me for a while, but obviously that's just his style. Madame, he's mad for you.
You're sure?
You need have no doubts on that score. The jailer knows he's yours, it's fine. He's quite prepared to toe the line. He's given us a rendezvous. He'll be collecting us at 2.
Oh, Lise!
You realise what I've done? I mean, I'm marrying someone for whom, in fact, I don't much care. I hope it saves you from despair.
Dear girl.
Don't thank me. Go and pack. Oh, and you may as well ransack your father's coffers. Here's his keys. I stole them while he slept.
Please, I'll need your help.
No, I'll wait here for your redeemer to appear. You and I laugh and chat so we'd wake the whole house. Off you go. We'll come and find you presently.
Just for tonight you're ordering me?
About time.
Keep good watch.
Loot well. I liked him being in a cell, but hanging's too much. At this hour, the boy's completely in my power. As I decide he'll live or die. And I've of course relented. Why? Here's my excuse, if I need one. Revenge should not be overdone. If you ask me, served hot or cold, its merits have been oversold. But just you watch your step, Clandor. You've trifled with my art before, and if the spark is still alive, if smouldering passions should revive, I'll give you more grief than before.
Mademoiselle.
Monsieur Matamor, you here?
Allow me to explain. Remember when my man Clandor did for a draught by your front door? You were alarmed by this fracas, delicate creature that you are. I went in, tactically withdrew, resolved whatever might ensue, to keep you safe.
You're too kind, so?
Well, that was about 2 days ago. Since when, I've been a sentinel, guarding you faithfully and well from the top story of the house.
He crept there like a frightened mouse. A gutless wimp is what you are.
What utter nonsense. Gutless, moi?
Yes, gutless, and a liar too, I mean to say. Just look at you. You're in the mother of cold sweats. Your knees are going like castanets. You're terrified.
Terrified, indeed. Fear serves me as a second steed. The swiftest that a man can ride. Invisible and terrified, forever trembling under me, which makes me seem to shake.
I see. What a peculiar choice of horse.
Great deeds require such speed.
Of course. Whatever have you lived on, though? You went up there 2 days ago.
Nectar, ambrosia, and such, they quite suffice. I don't eat much.
Let me translate what he just said. He's famished. It's a loaf of bread he'll be demolishing.
I've made, the occasional kitchen raid.
You mean you stole from us?
Take care, flout me, enrage me, if you dare. I'll crush you.
Fetch the servants, please.
It is my horse, not me, that flees.
Monsieur, it's been a real delight. But this, I fear, is not the night. I've got a good deal on my plate. Something to see to that won't wait. Besides, I thought you said before that you'd bestowed me on Clandor.
True, but there are few ladies whom...
Tell you what, you see this broom? I could turn you into one big bruise, or you could shove off. Which do you choose?
I'll go, since I'm not wanted here. But don't attribute this to fear. I seek fresh woods. And pastures new.
Try the nut house. It was built for you. Thanks to that freak, you're not yet packed. Nor have those coffers been ransacked. Oh. He's cost us time.
Never fear. Come on, Lise, we're out of here.
Hi, over here.
Oh, here's our man. Yoo-hoo!
There's ready to carry out our plan.
Yes, Neely.
There's no time to lose.
But what of Clandor? Any news? Is he alive? Are we too late? Or can we still bamboozle fate?
You needn't worry any more. Tonight we shall outwit the law. Our horses ready. Now, let's go.
Never did any woman owe so great a debt as I owe you, my guardian angel.
If that's true, then you can count the debt as paid. The mistress pays it. with the maid.
Liz, mind you won't underestimate.
But what about the northern gate?
What of it?
How will we get through?
I thought of that. We don't need to. There's a weak point in the wall with precious few bricks left to fall. That's where we'll make our getaway. Now, please, we haven't got all day.
I'm a bit young to hang, you'd think. And just when I was in the pink, but it's my fault. I aimed too high. I should have seen that she and I were poles apart in different spheres. I mean, of all the daft ideas. For a mere renegade to chase a lady, if I'd known my place. Oh, damn it, it's too late for regret. No, cheer up, old chap. You're not dead yet. There's hope as long as one draws breath. It's tricky, though, being so near death, which is no picnic after all. Its charms a few and quickly pall. It's one of life's enduring themes. Oh, I'm not surprised at how my dreams are full of gibbets and hangmen and jeering crowds. Time and again I picture in my fevered brain the noose being placed around my neck. I'd be a total nervous wreck if it weren't for Isabel, who enters my internal hell and takes my hand and calms my fears. If she remembers me, the years I've lost will be... Is it time yet?
No, you're in luck. The judges met and formally reviewed your case.
You don't mean...
You've got 12 hours grace. You'll hang at dusk instead of dawn. Well, feel a little less forlorn? An extra day, that's pretty good. Oh, what do you want, for God's sake? Blood?
Their mercy only stretched so far?
What an ungrateful git you are. Dusk means there won't be any crowd. This is humane. You've been allowed your dignity. The law's been kind.
I'll save my thanks if you don't mind.
Well, I must say...
You have a job. Just do it, please, and shut your gob.
The priest's here with an acolyte. I'll show them in, if that's all right. All right, your reverence. In you go. Meet the prettiest padre in Bordeaux.
My darling!
Isabel! Thank God! And as for you cheeky sod...
Wait!
The law's been kind. How droll!
It's got you out of one big hole.
Liz, are you coming with us?
Yes. Of course, I couldn't have cared less whether you'd hanged or not, but hey, it's boring doing chores all day.
I looked to die, but not like this. Not of an overdose of bliss.
My love.
My life.
We're in no rush. There isn't time for all this mush. We'll have our chance to bill and kill.
We'll have our chance? Liz and you?
Liz has agreed to be my wife.
Well...
I shan't be stuck with him for life, that's certain. We're just here the once. I can do better than this Ponce. He's crazy if he thinks that...
Never has such a debt been owed, but...
You can tell him on the road, or do you want us to be caught?
All right, but let me share one thought. You two men must make a vow. No, or we go back now.
No.
She means bed, of course.
No, taking us by charm or force until we're married.
Oh, the idea. To think you'd entertained that fear.
Yes. Well, all right, if you insist. A few lost tumbles won't be missed.
Excellent. Come on, let's fly.
Right, time to bid, Bordeaux. Goodbye. No, not that way, you silly thing.
They're caught and killed now, I presume. Your stock response to life is gloom. Wrong. They're pursued, but never found. They get to Paris, safe and sound, where for the past 2 years and more, as I believe I said before, they've lived in an exalted state.
At last I can accept that fate has changed her tune and breathe again.
Let's get on with the story, then. Their time in transit I'll omit. I've given you the gist of it. I could produce a set of scenes to illustrate for you the means by which they rose to the quite high position they now occupy. Ooh. I think it's high time we moved on to the last act, the crucial one, that shows them as they are today.
For the conclusion of our play, grander and loftier as it is, I shall require the services of different spirits. Those you've seen, though not exactly base or mean, would not do justice to their parts. So now my most mysterious arts and strongest spells must be deployed to draw fresh actors from the void.
Good heavens, is that Isabel? My goodness, but she does look well.
That's Liz with her. She's still her maid. Remember not to be afraid or leave the cave. I told you why. One step beyond it and you die.
Still in this park must I a vigil keep.
And never close your lids in balmy sleep.
Look at those costumes, if you please. They're each got up like some marquise. And their own carriage. I must say, I never...
Shh, don't interrupt the play.
I am resolved to make my feelings plain. Concealment cannot but increase my pain. Prince Florilam.
Prince Florilam's away.
Ill-fated absence, for which I must pay. You know he is our friend, and while from home leaves us this spacious park in which to roam. But now his wife, the treacherous Clarine, and my perfidious husband have been seen in dalliance here. Even here I shall await my husband and confront the reprobate with his offence.
Madame, you must forego this doubtful satisfaction. Don't you know that men, all men since time began, were made faithless? They play adultery like a trade. And if we cross them in their new amours, they merely find in that a further cause to stray, seek solace in another bed. A wife's just wrath rebounds on her own head.
Endure his crimes in craven silence, then. Let him betray me time and time again, whilst I, to my eternal grief and shame, renounce the fact of wife, but keep the name.
What's happened to their speech? It's grown oddly archaic and high-flown.
Shut up and listen and you'll learn. If you butt in at every turn, we're never going to reach the end. Try to be patient and attend.
It was not ever thus in days gone by. Men could, like us, respect a sacred tie. But constancy is not the fashion now. Our wicked customs and weak laws allow a man to rumple any sheets he chooses. And then, unlike a wretched wife who loses her honour at first and merest slip, he's admitted to the fellowship of glorious, adulterous conquerors. The same crime gilds his name that sullies hers.
Lechery praised, and constancy despised. What government of dissolutes devised that law?
His courage! I shall leave you.
Stay! Help me to face him.
Look! He comes this way.
Alcand, I know you said before that he'd done well, but goodness me, such panache and such finery.
For the last time, will you keep mum? Wait for the answers and they'll come.
He's costumed like a cavalier. Why?
If you shut up, you might hear.
My courage fails me. I must fly.
Too late, he sees you.
My Clarine, sweet lady, wait!
He takes you for Clarine. You'll shame him now.
Although my rage has lost its heat, somehow I cannot flee. I'm rooted to the spot.
Clarine? So bashful on a sudden, what? My wife's asleep. Your husband is away. When cats are gone, are mice not meant to play? Yield to desire. We've nothing left to fear.
Not if your wife were sleeping, but she's here.
Oh, it's you. Then fate remains mine enemy.
How long it took these doting eyes to see. Oh, they were blind, quite blind in broad daylight, but in the darkness they've regained their sight. Where are the vows of love I held so dear? Their once sweet musics jangled to my ear. Wretch! Think of what thou wast when first we met. How, without any scruple or regret, though you were poor, without a single sou, I left my home and family for you, shared all your hardships, found the strength to live the mean life of a wretched fugitive before you reached your present glorious state. How quickly you forget the past, ingrate!
Do not reproach me with the past, not now. I ask you this, have you forgotten how? You loved me, longed for me, and were content to fly with me and share my banishment? There's no rash deed that love won't make us do, no one it can't possess, as it did you. Yet now you vaunt your father's rank and wealth, heap guilt on my head, and absolve yourself? Go with my blessing! Hurry home again, though you're as prosperous now as you were then!
Scorn me! I cannot!
My love, oh yes, I call you so for all my fickleness. How wrong you are to think yourself betrayed! For rest assured, this other love has made no lasting breach in what I feel for you.
Oh, husband, friend, if only that were true.
It is! The God who made you sigh for me now makes me sigh for her. But 2 or 3 brief wisps of sighs, and I'll be yours again.
I'm weak. So weak. Say 4 and 4 make 10 and I'll believe you. I'm in love, deep in. So deep that even as I loathe the sin, I still adore the sinner. Pardon me. Pardon the transports of my jealousy. Love her. But please, I beg you, be discreet, and do not make my misery complete by being discovered. If you are, you die. Florilan will not turn so blind an eye to your transgression. He will kill you first. Please, spare me that. Don't make me doubly cursed. Sin if you must, but please preserve yourself. Be an adulterer, but be won by stealth.
I see no danger. Love has made me blind. You see, my passion is of just that kind, that while it lasts, burns with the fiercest fire, yet quickly as a vapour will expire.
Run to your death, then. I'll precede you there. When Florilan has killed you, will he spare your wife? I think not. I assure you, he will find 2 ways to vent his rage on me. I grudge him both. My honour and my life. In hell, you will be greeted by your wife.
Wife, do not die! Such courage and such love! I know not which I am less worthy of. But do not die for me, for I am yours, subject again to your most sovereign laws. My shameful passion on the instant dies. There at your feet, like a shot deer it lies. Can you forgive me?
When did you transgress?
You very paradigm of fickleness!
It goes on. Now the jailer's here, dressed also like a cavalier. Pridamment, one more word from you, and consequences will ensue.
Your mistress, were you not to meet with her? Her husband sends this message. Take it, cur!
Oh, suddenly can heaven turn to hell? He's run me through. I die, my love. Farewell.
He's dead. The jailers killed him.
Yes, so it would seem.
Could you care less? No, since you clearly have no heart. You promised succour through your art. You held out hope, false hope and vain, whose end is this: my son lies slain. Climax to years of grief and pain. You told me he was thriving. Why? Why fob me off with that cruel lie? What are you? Some sadistic freak?
I think the jailer's going to speak.
Let all who contemplate adultery, or the betrayal of a powerful friend, mark the example of your bloody end, and change their course. Thus I avenge my prince, his outraged wife, and you too, madam, since he was your husband and he never knew the blessing fate had given him in you.
Your work's not done yet. He lives on in me. Let me too pay the price of perfidy. Give me your blade. I'll join you straight, Clandor. No. As loving, nay, more loving than before. Your slave in life. So I remain in death.
Madame! She cannot speak. She pants for breath. The thread of life is drawn out oh so thin. Yet she may live. I'll look for help within.
The curtain falls.
amid applause. What's going on? These spells of yours are evil and your arts are black. If so, then please bring Clandor back. You promised me I'd see my son alive and well. What have you done? At least supply some reason why I've just been made to watch him die.
What is a man but fortune's toy? She tricks him with a dream of joy. Bound on her wheel, we rise, then fall. And in the end, it breaks us all.
You will forgive me if I draw no comfort from that hackneyed saw, but after all, I've lost a son. I had scant hope, and now I've none. In him a lamp of hope still shone, a dear, dim light, and now it's gone.
Keep calm, old man, and I'll explain. Supply some solace for your pain.
First the boy's wretched, but alive, then dies as he begins to thrive. Fatal good luck, but no laments. In vocal grief there lurks a sense of consolation being sought. I have but one consuming thought. How can I most quickly share his fate and snuff out my despair?
It's natural you should want to die in your position, so might I. But don't use violence. There's no need. Let sorrow undertake the deed, gnaw at your vitals till the pain has crushed you. To increase the same, let me provide you with fresh sights, beginning with your son's last rites.
Good night, Gaston. Good night, Monsieur Clandor.
Good night, Gaston.
Good night, mademoiselle.
Good night.
Good night.
Who are these people filing out?
Tomorrow.
The funeral cavalcade, no doubt.
Well done, Governor. A success. Well done, you silly.
What's happening now?
That looks like gold.
What deadly reckoning's being told?
The takings are being counted out.
Steady on. What's this all about? Do the dead count their money too?
I wouldn't know, but actors do. At the conclusion of a show, they tot up the receipts.
Oh, no! You mean my son's an actor?
Yes, a famous thespian, no less. And likewise Isabel at Lee's, the jailer. There, look. Comedies, farce, melodramas like today's, they traffic in all sorts of plays.
My son, an actor. But you said... I think I'd rather he was dead. I'm off. I've had my fill of you.
Wait, Friedemont. You see, this too was an illusion. One may kill, one die, a third declaim at will, with long tirades that wrench the gut. In this case, quite a lot was cut. But all this sorrow, hate, and rage are merely figments of the stage. A fight is nothing but a rhyme. Murder, or other heinous crime, mere words. And yet emotions run so high, who'd guess that everyone will simply, at the curtain's fall, immediately forget it all? Dead, living, traitor, and betrayed, all friends now, waiting to be paid. Your son and his companions fled, evaded capture, as I said, but soon their funds were running low, starvation was approaching, so, as a last, desperate recourse, not of their own choice, but perforce, they formed a theatre company.
In other words, you lied to me. You said they rose. In fact, they fell.
Oh, but they're doing very well.
An actor. It's beyond belief. Why not a murderer or a thief? God, help me. I'm to blame for this.
You speak from ignorant prejudice. The stage was spat on in your day, but times have changed.
Pish.
Anyway, the grim events that you've just seen, Clandor's adultery, and brutal murder, actually conclude a brand new tragedy that was presented by your son just now in Paris. Everyone is hoping it'll be a hit. The audience were thrilled with it. The notices are not out yet, but I'm prepared to take a bet. In fact, I know they'll all be raves, and theatres pay, too, unlike caves. The play is not in profit yet, what with the costumes and the set, but it soon will be. Apropos, when we began our little show, you may remember I displayed some splendid costumes. I'm afraid I did deceive you slightly there. Although their clothes your son does wear, it's only while he treads the boards portraying courtiers, kings and lords that he is dressed in such attire.
Well, he's alive, but this is dire.
Why should you be upset? The stage is an adornment of the age, as popular as in your day it was despised. The latest play is deemed a subject for debate at learned tables. Low and great alike are devotees of plays. The provinces have caught the craze, and even cardinals and kings, whom one might think above such things, visit the theatre when the weight of government has grown too great, and in a box for a brief hour or two the burden of their power is very pleasantly laid down. Besides, acquiring wide renown, actors can earn a tidy sum. Your son is rich, and could become a grandee even pretty soon. In short, it's time to change your tune, and not apply the prejudice of your outmoded age to this.
You've silenced me. I'm bound to say my own conventional métier seems sadly tame compared to his. If I was shocked, the plain fact is, I judged the theatre by my lights, and overlooked the giddy heights it's now reached, thinking it did harm. I missed its usefulness and charm. As for the piece you've just put on, it was a captivating one. Of course, I've been to plays before and found them, to be frank, a bore. But yours was quite the opposite. I think you ought to tour with it. I'm sure you'll have a monstrous hit.
You're too kind.
Flattery apart, you've held me spellbound with your art, while as for Clandor, I repeat, I'm satisfied. I spoke in heat. The boy's done well, without a doubt. Tomorrow morning I'll set out for Paris. I may even go and take a peek at his new show. But, magnificent Alcondre, to you, your wondrous powers, what thanks are due? Surely a fee I can't afford.
Your happiness is my reward.
Your help has been beyond all price. I shan't forget. Let that suffice.
The Comic Illusion by Pierre Corneille was translated by Ranjit Bolt. Richard Johnson was Alcondre, Simon Bubb, Dorante, John Sessions, Matamor, Michael Maloney, Clandor, Hattie Morahan, Isabel, and Pip Torrance, Adrast. Rosie Fellner was Lise, Benjamin Whitrow, Gérante, Paul Moriarty, Friedemann, and James Lely, the jailer. Other parts were played by Jonathan Forbes and Victoria Inez Hardy. Original music was composed and performed by Russell Taylor and Steve Cook. The director was Peter Kavanagh.